What's going on, YouTube family? This is your guy, Sealz, the man. Thank you for coming back. As always, I am totally appreciative of y'all. Today, we're going to talk about being locked down. And not just being locked down, but when you meet a guy and he automatically just immediately wants to lock you down and y'all barely know each other. Y'all just met each other. Now, based on a person, it could be a different time frame based on what you think is a long enough time to get locked down or in a relationship. But this is an overall general PSA to the ladies out there. You gotta be careful about men who want to lock you down immediately, fast. Now you would think it's a good thing to get locked down, right? That's your goal, to get locked down. Put a ring on it, all those good things. But just hear me out on this video, okay? Now, I'm not saying this is always the case, because sometimes it is the case where people get married in the first couple weeks, the first month of meeting each other, and it's the perfect equation, the perfect melody of him and her, and they're just perfect together. And sometimes that does happen. But in this video, I'm going to talk about the flip side of the coin, because that is not the majority of cases. The majority of cases is what I'm going to talk about in this video today. So before I start, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow me, make sure you comment, tell me your situations, your experiences, if you have come across this, and your stories. Tell me what you think, do all those good things for me. So let's get straight to it. The number one reason why you should be careful about men who want to lock you down immediately is they may be a control freak. So for instance, say you come across a guy, you meet a guy, he seems great, seems like the perfect dude, the dream guy, whatever. And one weekend he's like, you know what, I want you to be my girl. Sounds cool, right? Because he's a great guy. You like this guy. This is the guy you've always dreamed of. And maybe seem a little fast, but hey, what are we waiting on, right? Tomorrow's not promised. You could be thinking of so many things and qualifications as to why this is right. So let me tell you why it may be wrong. Because if you come across a control freak, once he latches onto you, once he gets you, once he makes you comfortable enough with him, these type of people will try to take control of you. Because now this control freak is saying to himself, all right, I got the girl that I wanted. She's able to do the things I want her to do or need her to do. Therefore, I need to lock this down right now. I don't care how she feels. I don't care if she's not comfortable enough with the time frame that I'm trying to lock her down. I need to do this for me because I am a control freak. Because control freaks feel like they have to master their time, their efforts, and the results of their efforts. They also want you to know that they are in control. So them locking you down immediately shows control from them. So them locking you down immediately is a huge sign that they are in control, and they want you to know that. They want you to recognize that. Because think about it, not a lot of people get into relationships quick like that, in a week or 2 weeks, or for some people a month. So if he's showing you something irregular like that, he's showing you that he chose to do this, and therefore he's in control. And that is only the beginning when it comes to control freaks. Because when you get into a relationship with a control freak, when you get married, if you're that deep in the hole, you get married to a control freak, the nightmare only gets worse. All right, so make sure y'all be careful and watch the signs that you are dealing with a control freak. Now, the second thing that you need to watch out for if a man is trying to lock you down immediately too fast is, it kind of piggyback off of my recent point of being a control freak, and that is he's trying to take you away from your home, your comfort, your comfortable place, and your family. See, another trait of control freaks is that they try to remove you from comfort. They try to remove you from usual and put you and place you in their world. Because when they do that, when they place you in their world, they have even more control. Their control is now amplified exponentially. Now they have a bigger grasp on you and your life. You ever date or been in a relationship where you're talking to the dude and he's always talking about moving you into his house, or moving you to his country, or moving you to his island? But you're like, hold on, we barely even know each other. And plus, I don't see no ring on my finger, right? You're thinking like things are being skipped. There's steps being skipped on your part for you to get me to move to your place or your zone or your country. I'm not understanding this. It feels rushed. If you feel like you're being rushed into something, most likely the other person on the end of that equation is doing that purposely or for themselves. If you barely know someone, specifically a dude, and he's trying to move you away from your family, then that is a huge red flag. Especially when you do not know this guy. Please protect yourselves out there. If a dude is immediately trying to get with you, trying to lock you down, trying to get in a relationship or even marry you, and y'all don't even know each other, he doesn't know you, you don't know him, and now he's trying to move you away from what you know, take a major note of that. Protect yourself, all right? So the next point, the third point that you have to take note of and be careful of when a man is trying to lock you down immediately, rushing it, is that maybe he's just using you to help himself. You see, a lot of people get into relationships, rush into relationships to heal their past trauma or get away from their past relationship or experience or marriage. They either hated their past relationship, or they were even maybe abused in their past relationship, or the past relationship didn't go in their way, and most likely they were damaged from this past relationship. And now they're jumping out of that situation and trying to hurry into something because one, they think they're on the time clock. Two, they just want a relationship. And three, they feel like they need a relationship. So now they're using you to fill that void. They don't care about getting to know you. They need something. They need a man. They need a woman. They need someone to fill that void because that's all they know. That's all they're used to. And most times people think that a relationship defines their value. I know a good amount of people who are in relationships because they feel like they are nothing without a man, or they feel like they are nothing without a woman. And because of that, they place all of their value in this man or this woman. And they feel like without this man or this woman, they have no value. That's why I always emphasize to define your value, define your beauty, realize that you are beautiful and that you are valuable, and build that in yourself first. So that when you have a relationship, it just complements that and that it doesn't define it. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the reasons why when you come across a man, he's trying to get in a relationship, trying to lock you down, trying to marry you quickly, it is because he's trying to use you. And on to the next point, which kind of piggybacks off of this one. They're all related in some way. A reason why a man is trying to lock you down immediately is because he's running from something. There's something going on in his life, whether it be physical or mental, from an experience or even danger. There's some situation in his life where he's running away from it, and he's using you as a scapegoat. He's using you as an escape. He's using you as an help, especially to those women out there. And I know a lot of y'all follow me because a lot of y'all are just beautiful women who care a lot, especially to those type of women who care a lot. Your vibe, your energy, your aura is loud. It's vibrant. Everyone sees it, especially the ones who wants to use you, especially the ones who need help, especially the ones who are running from something. It's a gift and a curse because the world needs more women like you who care, who are just natural nurturers, who are almost like motherly spirits. But you have to be careful because you are very susceptible to people who need help and will do anything to get that help, including using you or hurting you because they're just thinking about themselves. Because think about it, when someone's running from something, they're running to something, they're trying to find help, they're trying to find aid, the first sign of aid, and you may be that first sign of his aid. And I'm not saying that all people who are running from something are bad people, but in a lot of cases that is the case. And that brings me to my next point, because this man may be desperate. A huge red flag sign that a man is wanting to lock you down, marry you quickly without even knowing you, is because he's desperate. He sees what you have. He understands what you possess. You might have a nice car or a good job or just a great nurturing personality. Shoot, you might be getting financial aid from the government or something. He sees what you have and he needs that from you. He sees you as meat and he is desperate for whatever it is that he needs from you. He is desperate. And he will do whatever it takes to get that from you. And sometimes that results in draining you. Straight up vampire, straight up leech. He does not care about how you feel, about the resources that he's draining from you, about whatever it is that he's taking from you. He does not care about your end of the bargain. What he cares about is his end. How can he get better? He's showing this desperation, and desperation is usually embodied in a race. Desperation is usually embodied in quickness, fast, immediate. This person needs this, quick, Just think about it. When you are thirsty, when you are starving, you are desperate to feed yourself. You are desperate to quenching your thirst, because if you don't, you will die. But some people, some dudes have this same attitude when it comes to needing a woman, because they are lacking something that she has. Therefore, if they're having all this desperation, all this wants, and they need it quick, they're going to try to lock you down quickly. They're going to try to marry you so now they can share your benefits quickly. This happens all the time. And in a lot of cases, the woman ignores it because she wants him too. She wants a man. She needs a man. Do not rush yourself into anything you are not ready for. Anything that goes against your morals and your rules. Do not rush. Take your time. And this last one is really interesting, man. And I haven't heard about this trend until recently. But the last reason why a dude might be rushing to lock you down is because you are a stat. And he's just trying to fill out his proposal quota. Some dudes out here are just proposing to women. Back to back to back to back. And the reason could be embodying all the other reasons I said in this video. There's so many reasons why dudes do this. It's a selfish motive. Make sure you find out if your guy is a habitual proposer. That's a crazy term right there. There are habitual proposers out there. Some men just want to get married. They don't care about you. They don't care about, you know, what you do or who you are. They want to get married. And it's kind of psychotic when you think about it, because they're not care about themselves at all. They could be putting themselves in danger, the men. But they do not care because they feel like they need to get married and do whatever they need to do after they get married. They don't understand the true essence of marriage, but they feel like they need that. They need to get married. It's crazy. I recently just started hearing about this. But it's getting a bigger and bigger trend. So y'all be hearing about it soon too. I'm sure of it. All right. So I hope y'all like my topics. I hope y'all take note of these. And if you are in this situation, just saying, your guy Sealz the Man warned you. All right. So you know what you need to do and move accordingly. All right. So I'll see you on my next video. Thank you for watching my video, and I wish you nothing and pray nothing but peace and blessings for y'all. See you in my next video.